everyone, my name is Melissa from Inspire Me ASAP. In today's video, I want to share a lesson with you that you can teach your students about how to identify the author's message. This lesson is part of my overall reading workshop unit on metacognition, and I tell my students metacognition is a fancy word for thinking about our reading. I begin this lesson, as I begin all of my reading mini lessons, by connecting what we have previously been learning about to today's lesson. So I might begin by saying, boys and girls, last week you were doing an excellent job of showing me that you could identify what the author's purpose was. You told me that Dolphins was written in order to inform or teach me facts about dolphins. Boys and girls, today I will teach you about the author's message. It is important to think about, if I use this book for an example, it is important to think about the message or the lesson that the author wants us to take away from reading this book. As I read aloud this story to you, boys and girls, I want you to think about, what does the author want me to know as a result of reading this book? This is an absolute beautiful, beautiful picture book. I absolutely love it. I actually checked it out from the library, but I will be purchasing it because it's just beautiful. The author's message is beautiful, but the whole book and the illustrations is just beautiful as well. I would then proceed to read this book out loud. For the purpose of this lesson, this video, I'm not going to read the entire book. I'm just going to read a short portion of the book towards the end. Rainforests are important to all life on Earth. Many different kinds of plants and animals live there. In some places, too much rainforest has been cut down. Let's dock and see what we can do. We can plant trees to replace those cut down. It's called reforestation. That's an important word. Press the tree button to make them grow. Ooh, I want to press that button right here to make them grow. Wow, you made the rainforest return. You did something else special too. Do you want to see? You gave the animals a home. How wonderful. Now, let's look at all that you've done. Every day, there is something new we can do to heal the earth. Author's message. If we all work together, we can make our planet better. This is a beautiful book for so many reasons, I already said. Julian Lennon is the author. But one of the reasons why I love this book is because it explicitly states what the message is. One of the lessons I could do is inferring what the author's message is. And for older students in older grades, you might be focusing more on author's message with making inferences. But for my second graders, I am going to start by identifying the author's message by literally looking back for evidence to the text. So what does this author want me to know? Well, I think this author wants me to know that every day there is something new that we can do to heal the earth. And I would write that down on our chart paper, and I would put down that that is written on page 32. Now, as I'm finished up with this, I would transition to the next part of the lesson by having students go back to their seats, and they would take out the reader's notebook for their independent reading time, take out the book that they have in their book nook, whatever book that is, and then they would identify what the message is of reading that book inside of their book nook. In my next lesson, again, on the author's message, I would continue to teach about this skill by using not a book this time. So this was a great lesson, an example of a text, but I would use, and I did use, the song Heal the World by Michael Jackson. So I know it's probably been years since you heard that song, But as I was reading this book, it actually reminded me of that song by Michael Jackson. I went to go play it when I got home, and I was like, oh, this is a great idea to use to teach my students that not only can the author's message be, perceived through a book, but it's also implied in songs and even in the clothing that we wear. So what I did was I played the song Heal the World by Michael Jackson, and we listened to it the first time, and I basically said, boys and girls, I want you to just listen, close your eyes, enjoy this song as I played it. I then, for the second time, played the song, and I said, now I really want you to focus on those words that keep on repeating. What are the words that you are hearing over and over? What are the words that you are hearing the artist repeat? Those are the words. That is the message that Michael Jackson wants us to know after writing that song and as we're listening to that song. We then identified that the purpose or the message that Michael Jackson wanted us to know from the Heal the World song was literally, and we put that in quotes because that is actually quoted from the song, heal the world, make it a better place. I also like to wear a fun t-shirt on the days that I'm teaching this to just illustrate again to my students that the message can be through a text, through a song, or even through our clothing. We can always be thinking about what the message is. Moving on. If you are interested in teaching this lesson with your own students in your own classroom, I will provide the link in the description of the video below. This resource comes with scripted lessons, printables, and anchor chart resources all ready to go for you. In the meantime, you don't want to miss any of my future videos, so make sure that you are following me. I do post a new video every week, and you will want to make sure that you do not miss those. Thank you.